Hi, my name's Abbas, and my goal is to educate people on the dangers and issues that homeless people suffer from.
My name is Daisy Brown, and I hope to be a part of the eradication of homelessness.
My name is Ellie and I want to change someone's life for the better.
My name's Kieran and I want to help get people off of the streets.
My name is Kyle. I want everyone to have a decision on how they live. I want the future to be something to be proud about.
We are NCS. We are striving to end the homeless crisis for good in our city and in the world. Homelessness is destroying lives and is just as cruel and much more widespread than COVID-19. It's tearing apart our nation and the world. But Manchester is a city of rough sleepers, ghost straight in doorways and hanging on to their own beliefs of reality. War heroes are cast out of their homes because they are too old or injured, unable to work. That the money that the government gives them is nowhere near enough. You fought for your country and was left with nothing but the memories of a good life, left with aching and callous memories, a cacophony of spluttering and screaming drunks forever haunting your night. Would you still have faith in your country? It's not their fault, it's ours, for not acting sooner. We have made our beds, we must lie in them.
I will give a few examples of homeless people who suffer from very real and relevant issues. My first example is a woman who's called Mandy, and she suffered from mental health problems all throughout her life, and she was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder when she was 27. In 2012, Mandy lived in a one-bedroom flat in Islington in London. After reconnecting with her foster family, she decided to give up her flat and move back home to be with her family. After 6 months, her, her relationship with her foster family broke down and Mandy felt that she had to leave. She had nowhere to live, so she found herself couch surfing for a few weeks. She'd approached her local council, but she was told she couldn't bring her dog, but she didn't want to leave her dog, so she ended up on the streets. She slept rough for 2.5 weeks. She even attempted suicide while she was living on the streets. Eventually, a friend informed Mandy of a local church where she could get some food and shower. From there, she was put in touch with St. Mungo's, and an outreach team approached her while she was sleeping on a bench and helped her move into St. Mungo's hostel. She now lives in a St. Mungo's project in Islington, which is for people who need some support. This example shows how homeless people suffer from, I haven't dealt with anything like this, and I don't know anybody who has dealt with things like this, but mental health problems are a very real thing, and a lot of people do suffer from them. Now, my second example is of a man called John who, when lockdown first began in the UK, he found himself in a difficult situation and needed support to help him survive. With the support of multiple outreach teams, he was able to self-isolate in safety and comfort. He was living in his car for 3.5 years, and it was initially just meant to be for a few weeks, but it ended up going on for a bit longer than he expected. The first thing that he noticed when lockdown started was that the gym was shut. He was using the gym to do some training, have a shower every morning, and to charge his phone for the day. Now, the gym closing would have been a big problem for him, so he had to start cycling for miles to use the showers on the beach in the middle of March, which is definitely something that, people shouldn't really have to do. When all the cafes and fast food places shut down, he had nowhere to use the internet. That meant that he couldn't do his daily job searches or log into his universal credit. He said that everything was starting to shut down around him. It was becoming impossible for him, to do the things that he would normally do. He had always refused help before, but a few days into lockdown, an outreach worker called Christian came and spoke to him. He spoke to him with a lot of respect, and it changed the way he saw things. He offered him a room in a B&B and moved in the next day. He said that his life changed overnight. He had all these things like plugs and taps, and he was adjusting to like an easier life than he had it before, and he was starting to feel safe again. And now he's a musician, a guitar player, and a singer, which shows that even the smallest things can make a big difference to someone. Now, it also shows that we might have it a little bit hard during lockdown, but there are people out there who don't have the same things that we have, and they find it even harder than we do because they don't have the same facilities, and the facilities that they did have started to shut down because of all the lockdown that was happening.
What funding has been put in place to help the homeless?
In the last 10 years, the Northwest has seen an overall funding cut of 68% as of February 2020. This is no longer accurate due to the effects of COVID-19 and the actual funding that's put into place to help get people off of the streets, but this isn't enough.
How many people are homeless in Manchester?
Again, as of February 2020, 151 people were rough sleeping within Greater Manchester, which was a 37% decrease, but is likely no longer accurate, but shows that we're on the right track.
And what can people do to help?
Donating money or anything from hand sanitizer, toilet roll to tins of beans and veg can really help make someone's life better or save someone's life.
It takes 2 minutes to change someone's life. So what can you and others do? You can visit websites such as shelter.org.uk or crisis@crisis.org.uk. Email your MP, sign a petition, support via donations, volunteering or fundraisers. What are you waiting for? Change someone's life today for the better.